Welcome to the Taped Podcast, the most Slim Shady podcast in the world. We are your hosts, myself, Michael,
Miho.
Louis.
and on today's episode of the Taped Podcast, we're going to be going over 3 new releases that came out over the course of a few weeks, and one classic album. Those being Circles by Mac Miller, Music to be Murdered by Eminem, Everything Else Has Gone Wrong by Bombay Bicycle Club, and Hounds of Love by Kate Bush.
Woo.
All right, so which album do you want to start with, boys?
I don't mind.
I don't mind, no neither, to be fair.
Right,
You know
Michael,
what?
you pick.
All right, let's get the
I wonder what he's going to pick.
let's get the Eminem one over and done with.
Okay.
Sweet fucking God.
What? You really thought I was gonna pick Circles?
Yeah. Right. Eminem.
Oh my God. Like, if that's not just like an allegory for how bad Eminem's got, it's just like, oh, well, Eminem.
Legit. All right, legit. The man hasn't put out a good album since 2002. So
That's not even a lie. Like, that is exactly how it is, which is kind of
Literally.
sad.
it is. Okay,
Used to
so
be so great, so good. What happened?
I don't know. He grew a beard. That's what happened. All right. So let's start off. Music to be Murdered by.
So we're
First-
not gonna start with the intro track. Woman getting stabbed. Eminem. Yeah.
Yeah, first track, Premonition.
It's a great
I don't-
track. About
It's
I don't have
actually-
any notes or ratings down for it. It's just an opening.
It's a
It's-
5, even though it's an intro, because it's just shit, and that lyric makes me want to die. Makes you want
There's
to get
also-
stabbed.
There's also the lyric "Fly is your zipper."
Yeah, it's a
It was
great
it was a decent enough intro,
lyrical
I suppose.
genius.
I have no
Literal-
notes or rating for the intro at all.
I don't blame you, to be fair.
Okay, so we'll just move on to the next track, I suppose.
Yeah,
Next
Like
track
accommodating.
is featuring Young M.A.
Mm.
I love how Eminem like criticizes quote unquote mumble rappers, but then he gets someone like Young M.A. on a track.
it doesn't really make much sense, does it?
Literally.
To the contrary. For fuck's sake. Stupid old man at this point.
Like,
Is this
Like,
just gonna be us
This is
fucking
literally
shit? by
30
Eminem?
minutes of
to be
us-
honest, this track was just
Mm.
okay at best. Like, the trap beat was decent enough. Young M.A. was just passable. He
Mhm.
just ribbity raps fast a lot, and for some reason, this is Machine Gun Kelly again.
Ribbity rips.
Yeah, I thought this. I thought it was serviceable. The song. I think the beat's okay, not that memorable.
Also, this was
the drum beat's
the
a bit rough.
I think the whole
I mean,
thing's a bit
yeah.
rough, to be fair.
Oh yeah, no, that was rough.
It
From
gets rougher.
oh yeah, this was the song where the Ariana Grande like
Oh, yeah.
concert bombing line came in.
pretty
Oh,
dodgy.
yeah. A good,
Of
no,
course.
good line, good line.
line.
Epic line.
In a way, it's kind of a callback to old Slim Shady, kind of being a controversial asshole constantly. But it's not really done in good taste, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair. I mean, to be fair, like the way I see it, Eminem is just using it to like desperately clutch at what fame he has left.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
just a
Kinda.
50-year-old man exploiting the deaths of multiple underage girls.
You should go back to like just abusing Moby. That was good. The good time.
Speaking of which, he referenced the Jean Benet murders for some reason,
Really?
Yeah, you know.
and he
that's what
referenced
it was.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
What's he trying to prove? I don't know.
I don't know. I
being
think
edgy
I think
for
it's
edgy's
tying
sake.
into this whole theme of like murder. Like,
I'm cool. Kids nowadays like murder and clowns, yeah.
Okay.
cool.
I don't
I
know.
Years of age.
Out of the verses on this album, I think it's one of the least awful.
Yeah, to be fair, I gave it like a 7.
Give it
I
a
give it a
6.
6. Mm,
This is a 6.
this is a 6. Okay, you go learn.
Featuring Royce the 5'9" and White Gold, and I actually like this track, to be honest.
I thought it was shit. You're gonna get some very blunt opinions during the rest of this album
I don't
review.
mind.
I
don't
liked it too, I
mind.
think. Yeah, I think this was one of the better tracks on the album.
Really?
I like the beat. Like the sample almost sounded kind of Kanye-y.
It was kind of
Nah.
boom bap-ish as well.
Yeah, I think Royce's verse was pretty solid, catchy hook. Eminem verse, forgettable.
He was
Yeah.
okay,
Just
I'd
say.
say. That was about it.
I
The
like
mix
the hook
was-
on this track though because
Yeah, I
like
do like the hook.
like there's a theme like with Eminem like songs and albums where the hooks are so shit. Like, and this was a saving grace for this song because the hook, it was actually good. But wait till we
I'd
get
hesitate.
further down the line.
I'd hesitate to say good. I'd just say mediocre.
Fair enough, I suppose. But the Royce verse was really nice on this song.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Royce kind of
kinda
carried this
like-
track.
It's
I'm
kind of
actually
like
excited
Saving
for-
Grace, but it doesn't go. It doesn't save the album, or it doesn't really save the song, in my opinion.
True. I'm actually excited for Royce's new album.
Yeah,
I'm not.
his last Book of Ryan was pretty good.
Yeah,
Solid.
the Book of Ryan was nice.
Not amazing, but solid.
Yeah.
Ratings for the song.
I gave it a 7.
I give
I
it a
give
7.
it a 6.
Oh
Next
god.
track, Those Kind of
Alfred.
Nights, featuring.
No, Alfred's the next track. Give it the love.
We're skipping the skits.
No, it's a great skit. It's
The Alfred
really-
Hitchcock
Honestly,
skits
yeah,
are
It made me
pointless.
laugh.
I thought
like the skit.
that I don't like the skits on this
The
album.
skit is a
They
10.
were
The skit is a 10. Better than Kanye skits.
oh
Can I just this song hurt me in many ways.
those kind of
Yeah.
nights.
Right. I'll start with the beat. The
Yes.
beat was awful. There's not much more to say. Fucking hate the beat.
It's this
It has-
bouncy like club type beat, and it
Yeah.
it fucking sucks. Shh.
How
It
do
has
you
some of the
ruin a
worst
song,
lyrics on
right?
this album.
Yeah.
Also, I wrote one
How
down.
do you ruin a song? You just had Ed Sheeran to it. Like the mixture of Eminem, famous
Oh god, no.
hardcore rapper, and an Ed Sheeran, weird ginger man with emotional issues.
There
It
was-
doesn't
there was-
mix well.
There's not much to ruin here, to be fair. I have a lyric
This was
written down.
just
shit.
this was just to capitalize on like as a sequel to River, and that song was bad enough as it is. This is fucking worse.
Okay,
Somehow,
can I read out the lyric that really stood out to me?
Go on.
Yeah, go
Let's hear
ahead.
it. I have a feeling I know what
think-
it is.
I think I know what it is as well.
Is it about the ex?
No.
Oh, well,
Shit.
I have this
No.
one written down. It left a really bad taste in my mouth. This
Oh,
beat
God.
keeps bringing me back like my ex does, but that's only because of how good the sex was.
Oh my god. Yes. He's like
Um,
50, remember?
Yeah, may I
Oh my
add that
God.
Eminem saying OMG isn't something that
Oh my
would make me
God.
cringe as much as it did.
Oh my god.
And
He's
the Ed
50 years of
Sheeran
age.
verse, oh my
He's
god.
not 20
awful.
anymore.
It's so
God.
bland. Ed Sheeran was so bland, like he
it's
always
just-
is.
It's typical Ed Sheeran, yeah. And it's awful. And I don't want to listen to it ever again. I don't think I ever will listen to it ever again.
Never. Fucking never.
Okay,
Not
ratings.
0.
4.
I'm not gonna give out zeros. I give it a 1. Fucking hell.
Okay, I'll be less liberal. I'll give it a 0, yeah.
Okay, good.
I
zero.
feel like I'll be fucking abused if I say I give it a 4.
All right, next track is Godzilla featuring Juice WRLD.
What about In Too Deep?
In Too Deep.
Wait, In Too Deep? Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Shit.
not the Sub 21 one, this one. The worst one. And
It's
the other one's
another
bad.
really boring relationship track that Eminem seems to love doing nowadays. I don't know why.
Like he
Yeah.
just quotes emojis and talk about sex way too much. I don't need any more cringe after that last song.
It's like a
And I
12-year-old.
And I
Yeah,
thought the
literally.
relationship songs on Kamikaze were bad. This is
The hook
Yeah.
wasn't awful, but I think it had potential to be better. It had some potential, but it just kind of got messy.
I just
Beat
found
was-
this track
can't
really
even remember
boring.
the beat.
The beat
Yeah.
was so airy and just dry. I didn't enjoy it one bit, man.
Let's just give ratings. Move on.
5.
So uninteresting. 4.
3.
All right, now it's on to Godzilla with Juice WRLD.
Oh god.
I mean, this track I didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was just kind of bland.
All right. Well, I think
Boring,
first of all,
bland, not worth my time.
I think the beat is so bad it's almost comedic. Like Eminem's flow, I guess, is good, but what he's saying is just completely
It
brain.
means nothing.
Oh yeah, by the way, he broke his Rap God record on this track.
Who cares?
Who
I don't
gives
care.
a single shit anymore?
Listen, rap
Can I
gods-
read
rap
out
gods
2
okay.
quotes?
It's not amazing. It's not his best song even.
No,
Can I read out 2 things that I quoted from the song?
Absolutely.
sure.
First line was, "This beat is cray cray."
Ah,
Eminem.
Amazing.
And then the
Wicked.
second one I wrote down is, "I tell a bitch I'ma marry her if she bury her face in my genital area."
Nice.
fucking hell.
Mate,
He's a
stop.
12-year-old within a
Honestly.
50-year-old's body.
Honestly, stop.
The Juice
Um,
World feature was
put
just
down.
okay. Like,
Yeah, meh. I think.
at least
Meh.
this was recorded before Juice World died. At least he didn't exploit it or some shit like
It's
that.
like, yes, use unused material from my great album.
Oh, good Jesus.
Like,
Ratings, dude.
wait,
I
quick,
can't-
quickly. I just want to
Okay.
know. I just want to know real quick. Rapping fast is just going out of style real quick. Have you noticed that? Like,
Mm.
Kind of.
you get called, like, rappers get called fucking corny because they rap fast and say nothing, and it's just so true.
It's
Like,
like
Better to rap slow and have a message. You
yeah,
know?
it's like a party trick. It's like doing, if you do a backflip, people will be like, "Whoa, he can do a backflip." But then if you keep doing backflips for 2 hours, the people are going to be like, "What the
Just like,
fuck are you
class.
still doing backflips?"
You
Get a
look like
grip.
a retard. Stop.
literally. So yeah, I gave this one a 5.
I gave it a 3.
It got a 4 from me.
Next track,
Next.
Darkness. It's my favorite track on the album, to be honest.
It's also my favorite track on the album.
What is wrong the fuck with you? None of
It's
these
one-
are my favorites.
Like,
That's.
to
I don't have a favorite, man. This is all mediocre. This is like maybe
give-
okay.
give credit where it's due, this is one of Eminem's best lyrical tracks in a very long
I think
time.
so too. Yeah, I really
Like,
like
he-
the beat as well. The piano samples and vocal samples in it, I think, sound really good. The hook
Like,
sounds
call back
good.
to Simon and Garfunkel.
Don't
Like-
ever mention Simon and Garfunkel when talking about Eminem ever again.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, Robot
no.
Voice.
That's bad.
Yeah, but he
No.
sampled them, so what do you expect?
He shouldn't
Well,
have. It's
we're talking about a
disrespect.
song about the Las Vegas shooting, and the disrespectful thing is mentioning Simon and Garfunkel. Although I don't think this song is particularly like disrespectful. A bit odd and like
just
edgy,
strange.
but it's Eminem, so
But at least it is not like fucking corny in any, like, for most of
yeah.
it. Like, it's good lyrically as an Eminem track, because we've needed that after a long fucking time.
Mm. Especially after fucking Godzilla in Too Deep in those kind of nights. Fuck off.
Exactly. Fucking
Three
Um,
hell.
horsemen of the apocalypse.
Oh god. I just want to get to the ratings. I don't think there's much more to add.
Yeah, I gave this one an 8.
I gave it an 8.
What is wrong with you boys? I give it a 6.
Okay then.
Mm.
Next track is Leaving Heaven.
I thought it
Wish
was
it was.
okay.
It was alright. I thought
Yeah.
Skylar Grey's hook was okay. Eminem was just average, just pretty boring altogether.
Yeah.
Boring track.
The beat was decent, but it just wasn't really interesting. I mean, less like one of the least cringy songs on this album when it comes to lyrics. But I don't know if that's saying a lot. This album is
No,
fucking
it's
awful.
harder. Garbage.
Yeah.
I don't mind the chorus. The chorus is nice enough, but
Yeah, it's alright.
yeah, but I think I don't know if it's in comparison to the other tracks, but I like this one.
Scores, I gave it a 5.
I give it a 7.
He got a 5 from me.
Yeah, there's not
Next
really
up is
much to
Yaya.
say about these
No.
tracks. Oh no, not that track.
Yaya.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet fucking.
The
I'll start
only
off-
good thing about this track was the Black Thought and Q-Tip verse, but they couldn't save it from how fucking horrid this beat was.
Well, I'm just going to start off with a quote. It's a short
Quote
one.
the song. Yeah, gone.
To quote the song, diabolical gynecologists.
yeah.
Thank you, Eminem. Very
Yaw,
nice.
yaw, yaw.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Like, it's disappointing because Q-Tip and Black Thought deserved better. Because they're
I
actually good
Q-Tip
rappers.
especially. Q-Tip especially deserves better.
I
Man.
didn't mind the Q-Tip hook. I think that was the only redeeming. Really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like
Yeah.
not a bad rapper.
He deserved
trying.
better.
Yeah, like I think the features did a good job. I don't think Eminem did.
Like
No.
Q-Tip himself is a good producer. Why
Yeah.
couldn't they get Q-Tip to fucking produce this?
Because I don't know. Eminem's
Because-
an idiot.
Yeah. Like
Did Dre produce this? I can't even imagine him touching such a
So
tragedy.
no, I
But-
don't think Dre produces for M anymore.
Hey! Get it out! Fuck off! Cunts.
what?
What?
Fucking housemates jumping into my room because, I don't know, doors unlocked. Oh, fuck it up. Door! The door, Adam!
Man,
Close
fights
the
with his
door!
You could just-
You're fucking nonce.
We'll just you could just cut the audio, yeah?
I know. Keep
Yes.
that.
Anyways.
Let's talk about the ratings for Yaya.
0.
Oh fuck.
1.
4.
Ah!
4. How are you
Come on.
giving it 4?
The features weren't awful.
Shut up, Mahal. Mahal.
Yeah, the features were good, but the beat just cancels out any enjoyability.
Uh-oh. I just realised what comes next, boys.
Stepdad.
Stepdad! Fuck's sake. That
Serious
hook
PTSD.
is so shit. It's so
I mean,
bad.
Yes.
I think the
Without
hook
a
is
doubt, it's the worst song on the album. I don't
One
think
of
that's
the worst.
up for debate.
I mean, it's one of the worst in my opinion.
the hook is
So bad.
beyond slaving. Oh my god. Like the lyrics are pretty fucking poor as well. But
Euthanasia, like
least-
kids in Taiwan, was on this
Yes.
Okay.
A great.
I'll say this.
line.
At least the lyrics were somewhat entertaining.
Yeah,
At
interesting for the
least.
wrong reasons.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's a tragedy.
I couldn't even focus on the beat. I guess it was okay.
one. Oh, I fucking hate this song.
I hate
Oh,
it so much.
this song is like a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
0 out of 10. Maybe I have PTSD from my dad beating me.
Oh my god, Never Love Again. Oh no, Marsh.
Oh yeah, Marsh. Another
Hook
song with
again.
a shit hook and a really shit beat.
The rest of the track is completely unmemorable. The beat sounds awkward. Like the choppy piano just doesn't
beat.
fit in with the beat at all. It just
The
sounds
beat.
so off.
The
Them
beat.
beats. The beat.
Getting beat.
The instrumental, like it's a shit track. Can we just leave
Is
it?
there much to
Let's
add?
just leave it, please.
4 out
It's
of 10.
fucking 3. Fucking horrendous.
Marsh.
Okay,
Next
Never
track.
Love Again.
Never love again.
Marsh. Oh, we were talking
Like,
about Marsh.
I-
lol.
Yeah,
I
we were talking
summarized
about
this
Marsh.
song Pretty
I just had a stroke.
briefly.
I swear.
Here are my notes.
All
Really
right.
bad lyrics, good beat, boring hook. There you go.
I thought
Okay.
it's another bland relationship track.
Yeah. He's very emotionally troubled for a 50-year-old man. You think he kind of got that sorted out by now, but I mean, no.
You think
Never.
that he's Eminem, that he'd actually be in a relationship that is kind of stable?
No.
I
It's
mean, come
impossible.
on. Well, I mean, to be fair, he did threaten to kill his wife on a fucking album before.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just he's been funny, so it's funny. Funny
don't
Eminem
hate the
character,
player,
man.
hate the game.
The game, yeah.
Fuck it. We're
It's a
losing
great
our
call.
mind, and this is the first album. We're supposed to talk about 3 more after this. Let's just get it over with.
I want to die.
5. 5.
Let's just make this quick. It's not a 5, it's a 4.
Okay,
Next
what's
track,
up?
Little Engine.
Okay.
My notes, I just said boring. That's it.
I said boring lyrics, okay flow, okay hook, kind of cool beat, almost sounds creepy, in a good way. Those are my notes. I don't think there's anything else to add.
My entire notes for this song are squeaky, annoying noise throughout the whole track. Made me want to rip my ears out. There you go.
Fair enough.
It's a 2 out of 10. I hate this
5.
track.
5.
Okay, lock it up.
Featuring
Fuck off.
Anderson .Paak.
Pork.
You know what?
Um,
Anderson .Paak, I liked his contributions, but Eminem
feel
was
sorry
just
for him.
average.
I feel
He did-
sorry.
Anderson
didn't-
.Paak deserves better.
I was excited
Imagine-
to hear Pac, but I wasn't really impressed, if I'm being honest, about anything here.
I mean, I don't know how it would be now, but like, imagine being offered by Eminem, you get to feature on one of my tracks.
Dude, that
And
would
it's
have
like, yes, wow, this is sick. Like, if it was like 10 years ago.
Maybe.
now it's like fuck the. Oh,
Now
fuck.
I'm the main feature and he's the side character. Because I'm Bear. What's
Right,
going
come
on?
Let's fucking wrap this shit up. The beat is okay.
It's like a
Eminem's
6 for
part's
me.
completely unmemorable. 4 out of
It's
10.
fine. It's a 5.
I gave
Okay,
it a
farewell.
6. Farewell, another fucking bland relationship track with very bad vocals.
I wish it was the final track on the album. This didn't need to be 20 tracks long.
We just got 2 more.
I know.
The beat was okay at first, but it got boring really quick. Nothing changes up at all.
What is it
Eminem-
with Eminem and
I don't
getting
know.
boring instrumentation?
I do not
I
know.
don't know.
Unmemorable performance from Eminem as well. The verses, the chorus is shit. 4 out of 10. Fuck this.
It is just
5.
It's a 4.
Next track, No Regrets,
Regrets.
featuring Don Toliver. And I was actually quite surprised to see Don Toliver being featured. Fucking hell. He's come a long way.
I feel
Didn't
sorry
like
for him.
his parts on this song though, if I'm being honest.
I like Don Toliver's parts on it. In fact, this is one of the better tracks on the album, in my opinion.
I can't agree.
There are no good tracks on this album.
I said
I
better,
think
not good.
At this, like, the feature I think was pretty bad. Eminem.
Oh,
The beat's okay. I suppose the beat's okay.
Beat's not okay, but
It's okay. It's fucking. Come on, we have to listen to fucking. Yeah.
I've first listened to Pablo Honey 3 times.
yeah, because that's actually better than this fucking album.
It's at least entertaining in the fact that I know how terrible it is. This I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna like come back around and do something different or something interesting. Why I had those thoughts, I don't have a fucking clue. But
I gave this
you
one
know.
a 7.
Yeah, 4. 7.
Yeah.
You're on crack.
Last
4.
track, I will.
And this one was like a
It's not
slaughterhouse. This one was a slaughterhouse reunion minus Joe Budden
This-
for obvious reasons.
In my notes it says reminds me of the song Radiohead, not in beat or anything else, but just in name. Makes me sad.
What song? You fucking punched your mic.
I did not punch my mic. I said reminds me of I Will by Radiohead, not in beat but only in name. Makes me sad.
Okay. I thought the hook was okay. Eminem being braggadocious as usual is fucking cringe, but nothing new at this point.
Yeah, it was a pretty underwhelming track.
The verses from
Finish it off.
the verses from the features were decent, but boring.
I
And
mean,
finally, I think
I gave
I
it a
completely
6.
lost my track of like 5. Oh,
I gave it a 5 as well.
now onto the best track of the whole album, Alfred outro. I'd say Alfred Hitchcock is rolling in his grave.
Okay, final ratings.
10 out of 10.
Final ratings.
But okay, final ratings for the whole album. I fucking 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Ooh.
Like, this is, in my opinion, one of Eminem's worst albums. It's bottom 5.
I don't think
mediocre.
bottom 5 is insane.
Exactly. That's
Really?
kind of true.
I think it's.
He's
I
coming
don't
up
think it's his
against-
worst.
He's coming up against Kamikaze, Revival, Recovery,
Yeah,
Relapse.
bottom 5 is literally last 5.
Literally.
Apart
Yeah,
from maybe Marshall Mathers LP2. I did like some tracks on that. I have
Yeah,
to
that
admit.
one was okay.
That one was alright. It was like a 6 out of 10 in my
Fine.
opinion.
In all,
Like,
I
it's
think it's far
fine.
from his worst album.
Yeah.
It has some good moments, but just falls flat so often, like for a plethora of reasons. Like Eminem doesn't seem to realize that, oh, I rap fast means is good.
That's every fucking like fast rapper. They're like, why does no one like me? I'm a spiritual miracle lyrical who raps fast.
Spiritual miracle lyrical.
Like literally.
John makes me really sad. The fact that in the top, literally the top 5 most popular Eminem songs on the front page are from this album. I want to kill myself
because it's new. But like the beats also like on this album as a whole like very rarely match the flow. Like sometimes you get these like down tempo like almost lo-fi beats that like kind of set a somber mood to the track, and then Eminem fucking comes in spitting fucking 50 lines like every 10 seconds. It sounds like a fucking mess.
It's ironic that he makes fun of mumble rappers when he raps so fast to the point where
rappers on it.
Yeah, and he raps so fast on some tracks to the point where we don't even know what he's saying. It's glorified mumble rap at this point. Like, think about it that way.
What last thing I'll say about this album is I can live without hearing Eminem talk about his genitals, double timing, without him saying cray cray, diabolical,
being brutally stabbed.
Eminem, live without Eminem talking about that.
At this point, I wouldn't mind if Eminem just straight up retired. He could have retired when he was on top. He could have retired when he was on top, but you know what? I'm just going to keep going.
I definitely think he is a good metaphor for, quit while you're ahead. Well, yes, that too. Quit while you're ahead, midlife crisis.
I think at this point, Eminem shouldn't even be considered like top 10 of all time.
No chance. No.
There should be a cut-off point.
Close.
Fuck.
I think
where his work is just disallowed. It's just not allowed.
Wait until all the Eminem stands hear this. They could fuck off for real though. No, you'd be surprised how many people still defend this fucking album.
All 15 of them.
We'll say 15. Ooh.
Sadly, there's more.
Sadly, there's millions.
If I'm talking about Eminem for almost half an hour, I'm losing my mind.
There is no God.
Okay. Next album. Let's move on to Circles by Mac Miller.
All right.
And this, we actually move on to a good album. Thank God. This is a
good album. Oh no, we're gonna have some conflicting opinions today. Oh.
Okay. Interesting. All right. This is a posthumous album that was released about a year and a half after Mac Miller's death, and he was actually well into the process of recording this album before he passed away. And for the past year and a half or so, it's been worked on by was it John Brion?
No clue.
Well, he's been working on
research done.
Well, yeah, essentially he's been working on this for a year and a half to the point where it could actually sound complete. And I'm actually glad, because most posthumous albums that are being released now are just utter dog shit.
Just like random fucking recordings from the studio that the label's like, oh, we can pass that off. Doesn't matter. They lead it up.
Literally done that to XXXTentacion. Like,
his music was shit anyways.
10 times.
To be fair, yeah.
Let's just start. Let's get it.
All right, opening track, Circles.
Gurgles.
I think this Gurgles. I really like this opening. It's slow, it's beautiful, it's somber. Mac's performance was really nice. His lyrics were dark as hell, and to be honest, like I thought it was a great opening track.
Yeah, I thought it had a nice low-key instrumental, and
one of the standouts. Yeah,
vocally it didn't sound, I think, as good as some of the tracks that followed it, but it was lyrically solid, and it was an emotional opener to what is naturally going to be an emotional album. I thought it was a decent track.
I mean, I feel like the stigma around his death was the reason, like, why this kind of impacted, you could say.
Well, here's a public service announcement from the Taped podcast. Don't do drugs, kids.
Thank you, Louis.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Louis.
Yeah, safety warden Louis at the ready.
Rip the homie Mac Miller, by the way.
Yeah, rip.
All right, scores for
6.
Circles?
7.
Oh, no. I gave it a 10.
Okay.
Oh. Next track.
Next track is Complicated, and this track reminds me of like Flower Boy, Tyler the Creator-ish in terms of instrumentation. Like the synths are very lush, and I quite enjoyed Mac Miller's performance. I thought he was really good, but I feel like the beat was just missing that extra like push in something. But I
Yeah.
still like the track to begin anyway.
Yeah, the instrument I think is a lot more interesting on this track than the previous. It does kind of get a bit grating as the track goes on.
That's
the
what I
bass
thought.
line.
Yeah,
I love the bass line on this though. The bass line
Yeah.
kind of makes the instrumental.
the vocals were
are
quite
good.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
vocals are good. Nice falsettos.
Oh, like
A lot to dissect here. We're not
Yep.
going to analyze every lyric word for word. Just listen to the
Obviously.
album if you want to do that.
yeah. Ooh. So you come here
We're
for
not good.
deep critical analysis. You've come here to listen to us
For the-
say, "I like this song because
It's good. It's good, lad.
I love this track."
Is this ableist? We should stop. Let's move on.
Yeah, this I gave Complicated an 8.
Gave it a 7.
It got a 6 from me.
Blue World.
Blue World. This is one of my favorite tracks in the album.
Mhm.
I love the instrumentation, especially that sample in the background.
Yeah. Holy
And
shit.
I love the chopping in the sample. I think it's
Yeah.
amazing. And Mac's performance, it was really nice. It was I felt it like fit very well with this.
Yeah, like
kind
the
of song.
instrumental is very like upbeat and like happy and like he sounds really confident and just his flow and lyrics are good on this track, I think.
Yeah.
His singing vocals and the hook also solid. Instrumental, however, makes this track for me. Great instrumental. Probably the best in the album, I'd say.
In my notes here, I have put okay, but slightly boring. Would probably put the instrumental on a vlog.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of true.
My
Oh,
trip
yeah, I
to
would disagree.
Italy with some shitty
What's
drone
going on,
shots on my
guys? Welcome back to the vlog.
on my 10 quid drone I bought from like some Chinese site for like 2 quid.
10 quid drone
that you bought for
off some
2
Chinese
quid.
site for 2 quid.
Fuck off! I'm really tired. Fuck off.
Okay, ratings for Blue World?
8 out of 10.
7.
10.
Good news.
Good news. My God, I think this track is absolutely fantastic. It was the first single that they released for the album, and I fucking love it. The production is fantastic. The plucky strings and the faint guitars in the background sound so good, and Mac had an amazing performance. Like some of the lyrics were were just dark as hell. Like when you feel high but you're underneath the ceiling. That one was really good. And
I can't
honestly,
cringe to that. I can't even lie. I was a little bit like,
I thought it was a solid line.
I did it really.
Yeah, I thought the song was very emotionally potent, and I think the strip, like, kind of low-key instrumentation worked better on this track than it did on track 1. It kind of had the same vibe to it. Mac's vocals sound great. I think they're produced really great. The lyrics are heavy, like a lot to dissect here.
I think
Vocals
definitely the vocals were a high point for the whole album, but the instrumentation on most of the songs just kind of bored me, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean that's understandable. I can understand that. Like the instrumentation is pretty sleepy. I get
It's
that.
minimal, sleepy, and just I don't know. I'm just not excited by it very much.
I mean that's the kind of direction Mac was going with in his previous efforts, like the Divine
Lo-fi
Feminine
beats to study too.
and swimming, neo soul.
Die. Thanks.
All right,
Overall, I'd give it a 9.
I give it a 10.
You got a 7 from me.
I can see.
Next track, I Can See. I thought the instrumental was really beautiful. Mac's performance was dark. The chorus was pretty, and it was definitely it was definitely a standout for me, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the beat. The instrumental kind of has this retro feel to it, and Mac is great on this track as well. He's great on all these tracks so far, I'd say.
Yeah, that's like I think Mac himself was the highlight for me, like throughout most of these songs.
I have the same opinion, definitely. That it's the vocals make each track like very enjoyable. It's just the instrumentation lets him down a little bit.
I mean, I like the instrumentation, but like,
yeah, well, fuck you. Your opinion's wrong.
I'm being nice here. Don't need to be a fucking toxic cunt about it.
Come on. Ratings.
Okay, I gave it an 8.
I'll give it an 8.
I gave it a 6.
Everybody, by logic.
Woo! Oh God, kill me now. Kill me now.
I cannot mention Logic ever
Who
again.
can relate?
Let's forget that. Let's forget that man exists, please.
I think another great performance from Mac on this track. Another cool instrumental.
Yeah, production was really nice.
Yeah,
Thought his
once again, like the bass line. I really like the bass line.
yeah, his lyrics were dark, and most of them were alluding towards death and stuff like that, which kind of adds a bit of perspective to the mindset of what like Mac was thinking while recording these songs and stuff like that. Which honestly, it's pretty jarring.
I quite like the vocals. I quite like the piano in the back. I thought
Very
that was
good,
quite
very
nice.
good.
This is
It's a
one of my
lovely
favorite
little piano
tracks.
ballad.
One of my favorite tracks on the album.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'll give it a 7.
I gave it an 8.
It got an 8 from me.
Yay!
Whee!
Woods. This one was another like Tyler the Creator-esque sounding song, like with the synths and how lush they were, and actually Mac actually had a rapping verse on it, and I thought it was pretty nice. But to be honest, it wasn't really one of my favorites from the album. It wasn't really stand out to me.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really find the beat that interesting, but yeah, as you said, Mac's performance on this track isn't quite of the caliber it was on the previous tracks. Just not really a standout track at all, in my opinion, but it's still decent.
Yeah,
Louis?
You have input?
Yep. Not really. It's just kind of samey as the other track. What do you call it? Fucking. I can't remember the name of it now.
Complicated?
I think it was, yeah. The one that was kind of Tyler Creator-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that shows anything, it just shows that it didn't really leave that much of an impact on me. To be fair, I don't know, kind of samey, kind of too airy for my taste. A bit just melancholy and crappy. No offense.
I'd give it a 6.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 6.
Hand-me-downs.
And this, I actually really enjoy this track quite a lot. It's got like a nice sentiment to it. Like Mac referencing like genes, as in like passing down like genes, like saying he wants to have a baby. Like that's what I got from it anyway. And I thought it kind of meshed well with the nice production, and whoever was featured on it was fantastic, to be honest.
Louis?
It's okay. I enjoyed it to a point. Like, I wouldn't go as far as saying it's up there with everybody, but it's okay.
I think the lyrics are really good, and
I just
vocals
wasn't
are good.
that interested in most of this.
Yeah, I think lyrics and
not-
vocals are good, but the beat is just the instrumental as a whole is bland, unmemorable in the grand
I
scheme
liked
of this
it.
album.
Okay,
I'll give it a 6.
I gave it an 8.
That's on me.
That's on me. I thought it was a really nice, like ballad type song. I thought the instrumental was nice, and I didn't really like the hook on this song. It was kind of repetitive, in my opinion. It feels like it's kind of I don't know. This might just be me. I felt like it was kind of one of the unfinished tracks.
Yeah, I don't like the way it just kind of starts.
I really liked the
build up.
How it was nice and breezy. The vocals, I think, were really, really good on this track, and for me, it was one of the high points of the album.
I don't know. I thought it was a bit too airy. The beginning just kind of was a bit jarring. It just kind of goes, and I didn't really like the effects on the vocals that much, to be honest. Just kind of sounded too light.
All right. I gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8 as well.
I gave it a 6.
Next track is Hands. I thought the sample in the back was kind of distracting throughout this one. I don't know. It just felt kind of weird to me, and I enjoyed Mac's performance overall. I thought it was decent enough, but it wasn't really one of the standout tracks in my opinion. In fact, I think this one is my least favorite on the whole album.
I agree. I think this is my least favorite track in the album. I think the beat just does not sound good. The vocal sample in it just gets really, really grating, really quick. And
It's a
when it comes
really
to Mac
weird sound.
performance, I don't think it was his best performance by any means.
I have literally one word written in my notes here, and it just says "bores." Sorry.
I mean,
gave it a 4.
you don't need to apologize. I understand.
Thank you.
I gave it an 8.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
Is
you
that a
do. Though, to
typo?
be honest.
That might be wrong. One second.
Schizophrenia.
That might be fucking wrong. One
Someone in your head talking, is that?
Nah, that's wrong. This this has to be like a 6 for me or some shit. This is not an 8.
Okay. Mick is losing his mind. Understood.
We'll move on to Surf.
Surf, it was one of my favorite tracks in the album. I thought I loved the instrumentation. I loved the distorted guitars, and I thought Mac's performance was beautiful, and it kind of suited it. It was so nice. It was one of my favorites, to be honest.
I like the kind of dreamy guitar reference. I think it was one of the better instrumentations
Yeah, the guitar
on the
was
album.
really good on this.
Yeah.
I think the beat was nice. It was stripped back, but still remained interesting throughout.
Yeah.
And Mac's voice, I think, was really, really well produced on this. It sounded really pleasant, and yeah, great track. I think.
It's really amazing how the most minimalist instrumental track on the whole thing is the most interesting to me.
Yeah.
Don't exactly know how that works, but I mean, I'm not questioning it particularly.
It's definitely one of my top 3 songs on the album.
Definitely,
yeah,
from me as well too.
Overall, 8.
10.
Track. 10.
Jesus. Okay. 8.
Closing track. Once a day.
I thought it was a suiting closing. I really enjoyed it. There's not really much else to say about it. Like, it's just, I felt like it was instrumentally. I thought it was really, really nice, and I thought Mac was decent enough on it, and I felt like it was a suitable ending to the album.
I thought lyrically and vocally it was great, and it was a good closer to the album. I just kind of wish the instrumental was a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it's the only letdown with the final track, but yeah, I would admit it's a nice send off.
Yeah,
gentle.
It's a 7. 7 from me.
7 as well.
It's an 8 from me.
Right. Overall ratings.
I gave it an 8.
I'm gonna have to be picky and say 6.5.
I give it a 7.
Fair.
That's still a positive review. I thought you were gonna give it a negative.
No, I wouldn't. No, listen, I gave whatever's music to be fucking killed by. Pretty stabbed one of them and says, yeah, by a 4 out of 10. I'm having to give this a 4 out of 10. Or a 5.
Before you go get water,
we're
gonna get water now. Any just final thoughts on the album, as a whole?
Okay, might re-listen in the future and like him more on a second listen, but at the moment, not exactly doing it for me.
Understandable.
Well, in my opinion, I thought this was one of the better posthumous albums that we've gotten from a beloved artist in a very long time. Like, I thought it was a very nice farewell to Mac Miller as an artist, and it's a really nice appreciation project, you could say, because I feel like John Rion did very well with caring for this project. Like, it definitely feels like there was more thought and care brought into this album because of what happened to Mac, unfortunately. Lyrically, it's very good. It's definitely in my opinion, it's definitely one of Mac Miller's lyrically better albums, and it just brought you into the mindset of what Mac was feeling at the time. Like, I feel like he knew that he was going to die and that he could do nothing about it. Like, he was giving in, and honestly, it's kind of it's hitting. Like, it's I don't know, I love this album. It's great in my opinion. It's my favorite album of the year so far. Like, it's definitely the best album that came out in January, in my opinion, and it's a great send off for Mac. So yeah, rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't call it the best album that I've heard this year. But I think I was never really too big into Mac Miller. I thought Swimming was pretty meh. But I was excited for this. Especially after I found out this wasn't going to be another, Bad Vibes Forever.
Oh
Um,
God.
I think it's as a whole a very good send off for Mac. Just he delivers some really good lyrics, some of the best lyrics of his career. Especially they get more potent giving his passing, but yeah, great lyrically. Instrumentally solid, but there are parts where I thought I would have preferred a bit more if it was more interesting. Like as a whole, I think Mac's performance really shines through on this album, and his words, what he's saying, kind of takes center stage. The instrumentals kind of take a backseat. What was that?
I'm back.
Oh, hello.
Here.
We're
All
still
right.
going. We're still talking.
Oh,
We're
thanks.
still talking.
Yeah. This is a Mac Miller album through and through, even though it's released in a year
Fucking
and a half after
genius.
his.
This is an album of the artist who made the.
Yeah, but it's not a Bad Vibes
Yeah.
Forever where it's just fucking samples of just outtakes put together by the record label. This is a Mac Miller album. This was what he would have wanted, and yeah, in my opinion, I would say it's his best album.
All right. I would go as far as say it's his best album too. Like, I know it's kind of a bad thing to say, because like his other material when he was alive, some of it is actually pretty decent, but I feel like none of it is as good, like lyrically, as like this one. Like, so I think this will we just wrap up Circles?
Yeah, Circles. Good
We've
album.
come full circle, and now we're moving on to Everything Else Has Gone Wrong by Bombay Bicycle Club.
Woo! Their first album in 6 years. Whoa.
Wow.
Wowee.
This was
Done,
this-
boys.
This is the first Bombay Bicycle Club album I've ever listened to, by the way.
I do like some of their earlier work quite a lot. So I'm a Bombay Bicycle Club veteran, if you will.
Faggot.
Start with track 1, Get Up.
It was a nice setup, decent enough intro. I thought the guitars were pretty sick. I thought it was a nice way to start off the album.
Yeah, I think the instrumental kind of started a bit awkward, but got better as the song went on and more instrumentation was added. It's just a bit of an awkward intro track, that's all.
I mean, it's kind of difficult to pull off a good intro track that really sets the stage for the album. So I don't blame them in that regard. It's okay, like.
Yes.
I like the guitars on it, and I thought it's got an airy quality that I quite enjoyed.
Yep.
Overall, 6.
7 for me.
Well, 7 for me too.
Is it real? The first real track? I'd say.
I don't know. Is it?
I'd say it is.
It's pretty real. Really nice instrumentation and vocals throughout the track, and I fucking love the guitars on this. They're so good.
Eclectic and electric. I fucking love it.
The beat I think is great, really dancey. The vocals awesome. Enjoyed the lyrics, catchy. The guitars though I think make this album. They're great.
Definitely.
I also love the production and the horns like at the end. Well, near the end. Sick track, I think.
I gave this one an 8.
I give it a 9.
Got a 7 from me.
It's
Everything
one of
else
my.
has gone wrong. Oh, go ahead.
It's one of my favorite tracks in the album. I was just gonna say that.
Agreed.
Everything Else Has Gone Wrong. Title track. Instrumentally, it was really nice. The chorus kind of bored me a bit, and I felt that it was kind of repetitive.
Chorus was definitely repetitive. Liked the drums. Very much enjoyed how they were mixed in as well. Like it's like you could definitely hear the drums go on in the background, and I really enjoyed that. It's not often, it's mostly guitar focused, isn't it? For most, kind of guitar. I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying. To be fair, fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think the song's very catchy, groovy. I like the synths in the chorus. I think they sound great. The outro, I think, is cool as well. I think the only thing I didn't like about the track really was the vocals got a bit monotonous during the chorus.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But I like the track overall. Yeah, I give it a 7.
I gave it 7 also.
It got an 8 from me.
Ooh, nice.
I can hardly speak.
This one was one of the more relationship-focused tracks on the album, and instrumentally had a lot to offer, and
Yes.
and it had a lot to offer vocally too, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Unlike a certain other rapper who also enjoys doing emotional songs, he may or may not have, not naming names.
let's move on.
Yes, please.
Let's not go there. I like the drum beat, like really marshy drum beat. The instrumental I think is really pretty. The guitar work on this is really cool. The chorus is dreamy. I really like that. I really like this song overall. I think it's great. 8 out of 10, boy.
7.
It got an 8.
Good day.
I like the instrumental and the vocals on this on this song, but in my opinion, it's not one of the more standout tracks. It felt a bit kind of samey in some aspects.
I think the vocals kind of carry the instrumentation. I think they're a lot more interesting. The lyrics were a bit corny. I do, in general, like the atmosphere of the track. It's very breezy, pleasant. Yeah, I like
nostalgic, kind of.
Wow.
Nostalgia.
Just throw that word is so like indescriptive, but when you say
at the
like,
same time, you know what I mean. Like,
overall, I give it a 7.
I gave it 7 too.
I got a 7 from me.
Eat, sleep, wake. Enough about you.
My life.
My
life.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
I love the dreamy atmosphere of this song, and I thought the vocal effects added a lot to it. It was very catchy, in my opinion. One of my favorite tracks in the album.
I thought the song was amazing. I thought it was the best song in the album. It was actually released as a single, I'd say last October, maybe.
Was it?
It made my top 10 singles of 2019.
Sick.
I don't fucking read your stuff. Piss off.
Oh, fuck off. But I'm just saying, it was in my top 10 songs of 2019. I thought the guitar sounds great, like very synthetic. I love the reverb on the vocals.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I did like it as well.
The drum beat's really cool. Like it kind of marches, and the lyrics like match the drum beat especially really well. I think. Just the song through and through lyrically as well. I think it's amazing, and it's the first time. It's the first time I'm giving a song on one of these new albums a 10. This is a 10.
I gave it an 8.
I gave it a 9. Ooh. I really like this track.
Next track, I Worry About You.
No, it's not Worry About You. It's I Worry About You.
Worry About You.
Yeah. About You.
Right. This track is one of the more somber tracks in the album, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. I thought it was kind of boring.
I thought the instrumental was kind of interesting, but like vocally and lyrically, it's not really as impressive as any of the other tracks. I do like the post-chorus though. The post-chorus was cool. Like the use of horns, but I think overall
the intro to the track kind of sounded like hotel lobby music, and then the instrumentation kind of built around it. It didn't really work out too well. It's okay. It's definitely one of the lesser songs on the whole album.
Overall, a 6.
6.
It was a 6 for me as well. Lads, we're fairly fucking same.
666. Oh no, it's the devil.
People.
The devil. You mean my stepdad?
This is one of my favorite tracks in the album. I thought the instrumentation was great, and the performances from the band themselves and the feature artist
Liz
Lawrence was fantastic. I thought she had a great contribution too.
I thought it was a very good guest feature from her. The instrumentation and production is great, just like it is on the rest of this album, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice song overall. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites on the album, but it's a good song.
Again, I will say it's got that nostalgic quality. Oh yeah, you know the feeling.
You know what he means.
Yeah.
7 out of 10 overall.
I gave it an 8.
7.
Do you feel loved? Question.
Not
No.
really.
Never.
No, fuck
Not
off.
once. Fuck
It
off.
was
Um,
instrumentally, it was very nice, but it wasn't very standout. And again, I thought it was kind of samey to one of the previous tracks.
Mm.
Um, I thought the instrumental once again was great on this. Interesting. I actually guess what word I have written down here, describing the acoustic guitars.
Wow.
I think the acoustic guitars were very nostalgic.
I really liked the
Nostalgic.
sample they looped in the background for the whole
Yeah,
track.
I love that.
I thought it was
Um,
really good.
I think the chorus
Really
is really
fit in well with the way the acoustic guitars were.
Yeah, the flutes like kind of synth sample was awesome. Great vocals. I think a good ending to the track. Good way to wrap
Definitely.
it up. 8 out of 10.
I gave it a
9.
7.
Okay,
No.
and man. Yeah,
Alright.
I really like this one.
Okay,
Top 3 of the whole
okay.
album.
Wow. Alright, 7.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh no, 8. I gave it an 8. Let you go. Next track.
Instrumentally, it was very nice. It was synthy. I enjoyed that aspect of it, and yeah, I thought vocally it was pretty nice too. And again, wasn't my favorite on the album, but I still thought it was good. I can appreciate the track.
I liked the mixing on this track quite a lot. I thought it
Yeah.
was very, very well done. Especially the kind of the effects put onto the voice, especially, was very, very, very nice.
I also like how the beat kind of starts with an electronic drum beat and then over time it develops into kind of an acoustic drum beat later on in the song.
Yeah.
The vocal sample I think was fit a bit awkwardly. I think the instrumental was alright. It wasn't the most interesting, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about that vocal samples. Vocals on this track were good though. And I think the instrumental really starts to shine when the synths come in and it starts getting louder. I think it's my favorite part of the song.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
7.
7 out of 10.
Racing Stripes, last track.
This one, I thought it was a really nice closer. It was a chiller. It was more of an ambient track. Vocals were very nice, and overall, I felt that this track, it was a nice little finish to the whole album to make things come full circle.
Yeah, I love this like almost organ-like sounding synths on this. And I like how it relies heavily on vocals, whereas a lot of the other tracks were kind of carried by the production.
Yeah.
I like the refrain, like this light will keep me going. That was stuck in my head for like a week. I love it.
There's a light that will never go out.
It's a nice sentimental ending to the album.
Yeah.
Once again, not as
Nice
interesting
stuff.
instrumentally as the other tracks, but it does kind of make up for that with the good vocals.
Okay.
Overall, 7 out of 10 for that track.
What the local man smashes some barrels or something? Who knows?
What are you doing there?
What
Do you fall
Look.
over?
He has a stroke. What? He does have a stroke on air. He's on the ground convulsing. Fuck. Shit.
I tried to put timber in the fucking fire, but then my fucking my headset fell off and it plugged out of my fucking computer.
I thought you were gonna say fucking.
I threw my mic in the fire. I have 3rd-degree burns on my hands. I can't do anything.
Alright, Michael, rating for last track.
I gave it a 7.
Alright, let's get to the overall ratings.
Overall, this album to me is a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 for me as well.
7 out of 10.
Overall thoughts. I think I wouldn't really call this a complete return to form for Bombay Bicycle Club. I could forgive them. It's been a 6-year hiatus. I might even go as far as to say, other than flaws, I think this might be their weakest album. Nonetheless, while it doesn't compare to albums like I Had the Blues But I Shook 'Em Loose or A Different Kind of Fix, it's still a very solid album and it's definitely worthwhile, especially if you're a fan of the band. Maybe my expectations were just too high considering it has been 6 years, but I did come out of this satisfied all in all. I think instrumentally and especially production-wise, it's just great across the board.
I agree with you. I thought that it was a really good album. Like there was standout tracks, standout instrumentation, standout vocals. It's a nice like album that you can just like relax to, you could say. Like
Yeah.
because my favorite thing about this
chill/study too.
Fuck
Nah,
off.
my favorite thing about this whole album were the guitars. The guitars were
Mm.
so good on it. I loved that aspect of this whole album, man.
Oh, no.
Honestly, I thought it was a good introduction to Bombay Bicycle Club. I definitely might check out some of their other.
You have to listen
in
to
their
their debut,
discography.
especially if you
That's
like the
it, I
guitars.
I will check that out one day.
I will listen to the debut. That's cool.
Anyone can play guitar.
Yeah, I think the only really gripe I have with this album is that it's not like incredibly cutting edge or unique when it comes to the grand scheme of Bombay Bicycle Club or even indie rock at large. But
Yeah.
through and through, I think it's a solid record with really great production. Yeah.
You get onto Dogs of Hate or something. I can't remember the name. Dogs of Hate. German Shepherd of Hatred.
Wait, before we go onto the classic album, favorite album of the week? New album?
Circles.
You see, I'd have to.
Music to be heard.
No, I was tempted to say that. I actually couldn't bring myself.
For me, it was Bombay Bicycle Club.
Same here.
All right.
On to the classic.
If I could choose the classic album, I would, because
I would. But that's against the rules.
Yes. This album is
an album. It exists.
Fantastic.
It's very much an album.
It very much exists, and I'm very much glad.
Oh yes.
We'll start with track 1, Running Up That Hill.
A Deal with God.
Absolute classic. Incredibly iconic.
Great opener as well.
Kick-ass beat.
It sounds like it was released yesterday. It's so fucking well produced.
For a production that sounds so 80s, it still holds up very nicely. Especially those fucking background vocals. They were so good.
I love how like the moody synths like really contrast the like really galloping and like drum beat. Just oh my god, so well produced. This is a timeless classic. 10 out of 10. Who are we kidding?
10.
Hounds of Love.
10.
Off.
I feel like this is going to be fairly one-sided.
The drums
are awesome. Holy shit.
The drums were fucking sick on this track.
This is just a really intense song. The vocals are intense. Instrumentation's intense, especially the drums.
It fits so well.
It's a 10.
It fits so fucking well. It's a 10, bro.
It's a 10, dude.
My wife was crying the whole time we were listening to this song. 10.
The Big Sky.
This one was quite louder.
It's the one.
It was quite.
I don't think so.
I thought it was louder.
I like how it's fun, like both lyrically and instrumentally. I love how the like kind of upbeat dancing instrumentation is held together by this like really almost aggressive bass line. The production is so fucking good, it's so layered. The fact that she produced this album herself is just a testament to how talented she is.
Very talented. Kate Bush, very talented.
I also love the choir team. 10 out of 10 for me.
Yes.
'Tis a 10 for me.
'Tis a 10. Well, actually, no. It's a 9 for me.
Mother stands for comfort.
I like the mellow pianos on this track.
I like how it's a soft track. It's just kind of a break after the in-your-face tracks that were the last 3. Just woof.
Yeah. Kate's great. Like Kate's somber performance was great on this track, and it fit well with the like the mellow pianos.
Yes.
The vocals really soft, kind of mix in with this kind of dreamy minimalist instrumentation, and
the piano's so
glued
good
together with this kind of pounding drum beat. I love that. Piano is fucking beautiful. Holy shit.
It's so good.
I love how the kind of samples of glass breaking and like
I was crying laughing every time I heard that night.
Yeah, they kind of contrast the whole like comfort theme of the song. I think it's cool.
What, do you find comfort in smashing glass?
No, but they contrast the theme. It's art, dude.
It's out.
Fucking out.
Art. Pouring glass at a wall.
10 out of 10.
I gave it a 10 also.
10.
Okay, now the probability.
If I could give a song a 12.
If I could give the song 100, I'd give it 100, dude. It's my favorite
This-
Kate Bush song.
Song is criminally under-listened to on Spotify. It's
Honestly,
got 13 million less men running up that hill, which is just disgraceful because it's so much better.
Instrumental is a fucking iconic, like
It's
the
so
fucking
good.
kind of strings, kind of triumphant sounding strings. Fuck, I love this song. It's my favorite Kate Bush song. Always. Fuck, dude. Fuck, it's a 10. It's an 11. It's a 20.
So good.
It's a 10.
It's a
She's a
10.
10.
Obviously a 10.
Mick.
She's a 10.
I think, is this the... And Dreamer Sheep, I think that's the first track in the second part of the album. Which
Do
is kind of like-
androids dream of electric sheep?
the second, the like next few songs on the album that finish off the album, the whole second disc is kind of a concept series of songs
Yeah.
about like a woman alone, lost at sea.
My
So
wife.
This is the first track in that.
Saying Kate Bush
series
is
of
your
songs.
wife.
No,
Wishes.
no, I
Trying
don't
to
wish.
insinuate
She's like
that.
70 years of age.
Well, I think.
Okay,
Well,
right.
I love the. It's kind of like a stripped back piano ballad with just the vocals on this are incredible. Love
Mhm.
the kind of sound effects and the instrumentation, like how they highlight certain lyrics. And then just kind of the whistles and the guitars that like appear near the end of the song are a nice touch.
Yes.
Just a great track. Holy shit, awesome.
She's
Holy
very
shit.
nice.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
It's
10?
a 9.
Oof.
Ooh.
Jeez.
I will give it a 10. I will give it a 9 though.
Under Ice.
The strings were really nice on this
Yeah.
this track.
They were beautiful.
Kind of, I think this describes a
Foreboding.
dream of skating on ice while something chases you from below the ice, and I think the
My
song.
wife. Kid.
Fuck off with
Will
your-
you stop saying wife?
Rent man.
Like, it's kind of stripped back instrumentally. It's just mainly just kind of choppy strings, as well as Kate's fucking awesome vocals.
It was kind of
Fucking
ghost.
awesome.
It was kind of ghostly, and it kind of fit
Yeah.
that vibe.
Yeah, it does have that like
Spooky.
creepy vibe. It does feel like someone's chasing you from below the ice. And the song kind of finishes with almost tribal sounds. Awesome song again. Holy shit.
Very good.
Very nice.
10 out of 10.
Very nice.
10.
Waking the Witch.
Waking the
kind of
bitch.
a turning point
The
in the
wicked bitch is dead.
it's kind of a turning point in like the story arc of the woman at sea, because the previous two songs were kind of a dream and a nightmare, and this is like waking up and just like facing reality. It has that creepy like distorted vocal sample in the instrumental, like over a guitar that kind of feels like it's chasing. This whole track just feels like it's chasing you. The vocals take a bit of a backseat, but it doesn't really matter because the instrumental is just so fucking cool. Like holy shit, it's just a cool concept for a track.
Having Kate Bush tell me to wake up 15 times in like the space of a minute was an experience.
Yeah.
It was.
Said this
It
is
was.
your alarm clock.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
10 out of 10 for me.
I gave it a 9.
I gave it a 10.
Watching you
Lovely.
without me.
Very nice.
Very nice. Kind of unusual instrumentation, soft vocals. It has that like really kind of strange, almost electronic beat with quiet vocals behind it. Production on this, I'm not going to talk about production individually. As a whole, this album is just amazingly produced.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love how like some of the choppy, distorted vocal samples kind of tie this song together with the previous one. Another amazing track for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's a
So
10.
good. It's
It's
a
a-
9 for me.
10. Me.
I'm really just fucking going.
You're fanboying a little bit.
Jiggle life.
This
I
one,
don't like this track.
Well,
Gus it.
I'll
This one.
start off by saying this is a jig. The title is correct.
Yes. And
I'm
do
here
you know
to
what I have
tell
to
you.
say?
And I'm here to tell you, this one hit home.
It is
Um,
shit.
I think it's the third best track on the album overall.
I think it's the weakest on the whole thing.
I agree with Miho.
You are
I-
wrong.
You are actually gay. Couldn't come up with anything.
I just don't like it. It's just not interesting.
I think it's fucking awesome.
Her vocals
Same,
are
but the
so
fucking-
great.
It's awesome.
Hello, Kate's
I love the
vocals are
lyrics as
great
well.
on it.
So
Her
catchy.
What do you
vocals
mean?
are
The vocals were
good on
nice.
every track. It's not amazing, but her vocals are great. Like, they'll save
like-
the song somewhat, but it's just
I thought
annoying.
that I liked the jig
I thought it
instrumental.
was awesome. Yeah, the
I was like,
instrumentation was
fuck off.
awesome.
The whole time I was
It's
like,
so
nah.
good. What do you mean?
Dude, this is
I've-
a 10. A
Growing
strong
up in
10.
rural Ireland
It's-
has made me despise all jigs and all fucking awful
Growing
traditional
up
It
in
shit.
makes it
rural
more
Ireland
technical,
made
but
me
when-
love that kind of shit. It's
Yeah,
a
'cause
10.
you're born in the wrong
It's a 10. It's a
generation.
10. It's a 10. It's
That's
a 10,
just
it's a
you
10.
in general. Let's be real here.
It is a 7.
Louis is fucking got the brain of a fucking 80.
Oh, Louis, I was born in the wrong generation. Ah!
Okay. This bullying
Okay,
shall
dude,
soon
this-
come
this
to an end.
podcast
I
is
bring a gun
derailing.
into school. What?
Okay, this podcast derailing. It's not.
It's just going off the rails
10 out of 10.
Let's-
on a crazy train.
Then
Oh,
let's
fuck.
just finish this up. Final track.
Right, Hello Earth.
It's not
Final.
the final track,
Second.
you stupid mom.
Wait.
Hello
Absolute
Earth.
Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot, man. Fuck off.
Okay, Hello Earth.
Okay, you're saying I'm
Shit.
bullying you, yet you're saying this shit. Fuck off.
Alright,
Pete.
pedo beard.
Okay, ladies, listen.
Okay,
listen.
Post Malone head ass. Fucking Unibrown.
Pedo beard. Pedo
Unibrow.
beard.
Unibrow.
This is going the whole. This is going out of control.
Okay, can we stop?
Take a
Okay, can we
podcast.
stop? Can we
Okay.
agree to disagree?
Okay, yeah. Okay, peace be with you. Hello Earth, I think, is another great track. I like the Georgian hymns played throughout the song. I think they're a nice touch. The production's very ethereal, vocals very angelic. I think it's a beautiful track. I give
Had a
it
nice atmosphere to it.
It's very good.
Had a nice atmosphere.
Good.
Yeah, I gave it a
It's
9.
Very good.
It got a 9 from me.
Last track, The Morning Fog.
Fog.
I think this
Again.
song is kind of the narrator, like she narrowly survives the shipwreck, and the song's kind of a new chance at life. They kind of don't want to take anything for granted anymore, and I think the instrumental kind of represents this. It's more light and hopeful than a lot of the previous tracks, and like a lot of the previous tracks had this kind of hopeless feel to them. I think it's a
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
ending to the album.
No wonder I thought this was the last track. I have no fucking notes on this song.
Oh, for shame.
What
For
a
shame.
Ah, fuck it. It doesn't matter. I thought it was a
For
decent enough track anyway.
Shame. Yeah.
Fuck it. It doesn't matter. I thought it was a decent enough track anyway.
It's a 10 for me. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. This whole album's a 10.
It's a 10.
It's a 9 for me.
It's a 10.
Okay,
I think this
final
album
rating.
is a strong 9.
It's a
I think-
strong 10.
I think it's a strong 10. Overall thoughts?
Very good.
Very good.
Fantastic vocals. Ridiculous how she makes the whole thing by herself. A staple of the 80s.
It's an absolute, I think, milestone in pop history.
Yeah,
And
it's
it sounds very 80s, but it still sounds like it could have been
Modern.
made this decade.
like it's so good. It holds up so good for an album that was made in the 80s. Plus, this album has a lot to offer thematically, instrumentally, and vocally. Like
I
I
love
have to say
how-
that I was blown away.
I love how it has a concept to it which it sticks to and it executes really well. I love how it's experimental yet it still is accessible. And it still has pop appeal, and I think it's one of the best albums of all time.
All right, so that's it. We're
That's
done.
the podcast. Well, we have to announce the albums for whenever we're recording next. You guys know
What's it?
when that is.
Yes.
It's on Sunday.
Saturday and Sundays?
Yeah, but Saturday we'll record Pink Floyd, and I'll have that scheduled to come out on Wednesday, so we can take a week off.
All right.
Good. Long break.
Okay, where did I write the albums for
Professional.
February, whatever Sunday? We have to do our Pinegrove, Marigold, Halsey, Manic,
Oh no.
Muramasa, RYC.
Yes.
I wait. Was he featured on a Slow Tie song? 'Cause I think I recognize that.
Doorman.
Oh, yes! I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait.
The classic album selected via random number generator was Lucky, Slow Dive.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you
That
for
was-
listening to the Tape podcast.
If you're interested in sticking around, please subscribe. We got
yeah.
necessary links in the
Don't.
description.
Please don't.
And yeah, see ya. Bye.
Yeah.
Fuck off.